Chiefs Kingdom, ignite that red and gold passion. It's time for another electrifying episode of Chiefs Chronicle where we live and breathe Kansas City Chiefs football. If you love staying ahead of every major update, hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and ring that notification bell so you never miss a beat from Chiefs Kingdom. Today, we're unpacking 3 seismic updates shaking up Chiefs Nation. From a Clemson icon's Hall of Fame honor to a stinging Super Bowl moment and a defensive star's contract victory, we've got a jam-packed show that'll keep you on the edge of your seat. So, rally your fellow fans, crank up the energy, and let's dive into the top updates of Chiefs Kingdom. Update 1, former Chiefs wide receiver DeAndre "Nuck" Hopkins has just been named to Clemson University's 2025 Athletic Hall of Fame, and honestly, it's about time. Hopkins was a Tiger from 2010 to 2012, and he left an undeniable legacy on the field. During his time at Clemson, he helped the team capture its first ACC championship in 20 years and set an ACC single-season record with 18 touchdown catches in 2012. That same season, he tallied 1,405 receiving yards and dominated defensive backs across the conference. In total, Hopkins racked up 206 receptions, 3,020 receiving yards, and 27 touchdowns in his college career. That touchdown total was a school record at the time, and his 12 career 100-yard games still rank second in Clemson history. It's no surprise he was a first-round draft pick in 2013. Fast forward to the NFL. Hopkins' legacy only grew stronger. He spent 7 seasons with the Houston Texans, putting up historic numbers, and then had notable stints with the Arizona Cardinals and Tennessee Titans before landing with our Kansas City Chiefs in 2024. And while his time in KC wasn't long, it was unforgettable. Who could forget the chemistry he flashed with Patrick Mahomes on those sideline routes and acrobatic grabs? Now, a member of the Baltimore Ravens, Hopkins continues to climb the all-time leaderboards. He's a 5-time Pro Bowler, a 3-time first-team All-Pro, and leads the league in receptions since entering the NFL. He currently ranks top 25 all-time in catches, yards, and touchdowns. That's legendary territory, and even though he's 32, Nuck is still cooking secondaries with elite route running and hands like glue. For Chiefs fans, Hopkins' Hall of Fame honor is a moment to celebrate. Yes, he's not in red and gold anymore, but his brief impact in Kansas City left an impression. He represents what the Chiefs attract: proven stars who want to compete at the highest level. And with Brett Veach running the front office, don't be surprised if another big-time name lands in KC in 2025. The legacy continues. Update 2, let's talk about something a little harder to swallow: the Super Bowl. The Philadelphia Eagles defeated our Chiefs in Super Bowl 59, reclaiming the Lombardi Trophy and sending shockwaves through the league. But what's grabbing headlines now is a comment made by President Donald Trump during the Eagles' celebratory White House visit. Trump took a jab at the New York Giants for letting running back Saquon Barkley walk in free agency, claiming he told the Giants not to lose him, but they did. And the result? Barkley exploded for over 2,000 rushing yards in 2024, nearly breaking Eric Dickerson's single-season record, and was the driving force behind the Eagles' dominant playoff run. His powerful runs, sharp cuts, and relentless motor punished every defense, including ours, culminating in a Super Bowl MVP performance that still stings for Chiefs Kingdom. For Kansas City, that loss was painful. Not just because of the defeat itself, but because Barkley was the X factor. Our defense, which had been stout all year, struggled to contain his explosiveness. And while the Giants are pivoting toward youth, bringing in promising prospects like linebacker Abdul Carter and quarterback Jackson Dart under Brian DeBole, it's Philly who capitalized on the risk and reaped the reward. Still, if you know anything about the Chiefs, you know we don't dwell, we reload. Patrick Mahomes remains the most dangerous quarterback in the NFL. Andy Reid is still dialing up offensive wizardry that confuses even the best defenses. Travis Kelce brings unmatched heart and leadership. And with a retooled offensive line, Mahomes has time to create magic. But the Barkley problem exposed a gap, the need to better contain dynamic runners. Defensive coordinator Steve Spagnuolo will undoubtedly go back to the drawing board this offseason. Look for more creative run fits, linebacker enhancements, and perhaps even a move in free agency or the draft aimed at stopping the league's top backs. Arrowhead's roar alone won't be enough. We need the personnel and schemes to stop elite rushers in their tracks. Update 3, the Chiefs have officially exercised the fifth-year option on star cornerback Trent McDuffie, keeping him under contract through the 2026 season. The price tag, $13.632 million. That's a bargain when you consider McDuffie's level of play. Since being drafted 21st overall in 2022, McDuffie has done nothing but lock down opposing receivers. In 2023, he was named first-team All-Pro. In 2024, he followed it up with a second-team All-Pro selection. He's become a staple of Spagnuolo's defense and a key reason why Kansas City's secondary continues to rank among the league's elite. But here's where it gets a little frustrating. The NFL's fifth-year option formula is based on Pro Bowl selections, not All-Pro honors. So, despite being one of the top corners in the league, McDuffie hasn't made a Pro Bowl and thus qualifies for a lower salary tier. If he'd made one Pro Bowl, his option would have been $17.6 million. Two or more? It would have jumped to $20.2 million. So yes, this is a win for the Chiefs financially. But it's also a sign that McDuffie deserves more respect league-wide. His technique, instincts, and ability to close down passing lanes have made him a nightmare for quarterbacks. And if you've watched him play, you know the tape doesn't lie. He's elite. That said, this move gives the front office more time to hammer out a long-term extension. And you better believe Veach will get it done. Because a defense where anchored by McDuffie, Chris Jones, and young stars like Brian Cook and Leo Chenal is one that's built to contend year after year. So let's recap. DeAndre Hopkins earns a Hall of Fame nod and reminds us of the greatness that's touched Casey. Saquon Barkley's Super Bowl heroics sting, but they ignite a fire in this team. And Trent McDuffie? He's locked in for 2026, giving the Chiefs a defensive cornerstone for another potential title run. Looking forward, the 2025 season is already brimming with anticipation. Mahomes is laser-focused. Kelce continues to be a cultural and athletic icon. Reed is sharpening the offense, perhaps getting ready to unveil new wrinkles. And the front office will be watching every move other contenders make, ready to strike with a trade, free agent signing, or draft selection that swings the momentum back in Casey's favor. Expect the Chiefs to be aggressive. That's how dynasties stay dynasties. Whether it's adding another receiver to stretch the field or a linebacker who thrives in coverage, the goal is simple. Build a balanced, battle-tested roster that peaks in January and February. So here's what we want from you. Share your thoughts on comment on DeAndre Hopkins' legacy. Celebrate Trent McDuffie's fifth-year option. And let us know how you're feeling about that Super Bowl heartbreak. And here's one final thought. This team, this city, this fan base, we don't just chase championships, we chase history. The Chiefs aren't satisfied with being great for a season. We want to be great for an era. That's the mission in 2025 and beyond. Let's go get it. This has been Chiefs Chronicle, where the heartbeat of Kansas City never stops. Until next time, stay loud, stay proud, and as always, go Chiefs,